Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back.
We are back. We are so sorry, but the internet wanted to take a trip.
Yes.
How about that?
Fuckerberg was zucking with us once again.
You know, that's a
Can't
thing.
stand
You know.
Fuckerberg was zucking with us.
So when we
Once
ended
again.
the show, I was just telling y'all about the text relationships and the way people play. You know, and I think it's okay for people to say, I don't want to partake in this fuckery. And for the other party not to be offended by it. Because people really need to stop.
People always want to say that you're wrong for not allowing them to disturb your energy. Or for you not participating in their fuckery, as you said, either one of those. And it's like, as you said, you shouldn't be offended because I don't want to, then they're going to say something to make you feel bad as they feel because you don't want to, oh, you too good. You think you too good. Who you think you is? Well, actually, yeah, I do think I'm
Oh
too
God,
good for
if you said that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you really want to say that, and it's like, I'm not saying I'm too good for you. I'm just saying, like, I'm too good for this situation.
fuckery.
Because if I open myself up to this, I've seen what this can lead to. And 9 times out of 10 is nothing. Especially with the access people can have to you on
Thanks, Erica.
on like Facebook or Instagram where they could just DM you. Like, I have people DM me good morning every morning.
You know what? Here's the thing, right? I find out that, and this is
They're
even
usually from Africa.
in business too, right? Oh shit! Yeah, they trying to scam you. They trying to
want
get
me
you.
I'm so tired of these Africans.
Whether it's business or in a relationship, sometimes when you make yourself too accessible, people confuse accessible with available.
Yeah.
Just because I'm accessible to you, don't mean that I'm available.
Right.
Type
To
shit.
you.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you can inbox me, just because Facebook gives you the ability, right, to Facebook call me, don't mean that I'm available.
Dog, have you ever just been rudely
Most
called
definitely.
by
Oh, yeah,
somebody
yeah.
you don't know?
And you know what
Yeah.
I hate about it, right? Because I have 3 phones and I have computers on all floors of the house.
Oh God! So it just be
So
ringing.
if the whole fucking house is ringing, when I tell people don't call me on Facebook for a reason. It's like I block people because it's people. Well, you asshole. You didn't have to block. It's like I tell people don't call me on Facebook for a reason. Especially if you got my damn number.
Right.
Like don't call me just because Facebook
You
gives you
got
the
my number,
availability
you
to.
fuck.
Don't mean that I'm available to you to call.
I had someone tell me that they didn't really want to give me their number. They prefer to talk to me over Facebook. And I was offended. Like, because
Did you ask why?
they said it didn't make a difference. But I'm like,
I'm lost.
it make a difference that you don't want to give me your number. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, see,
Like,
in that case, now, and I can understand why
And we
somebody would
fucked.
say that. Oh, well, damn, that's...
Wait a
Let's
minute.
put that part.
Wait a
I was
minute.
fucking somebody that I can only call over Messenger. Yes, I said it. He liked fat chicks, and I like to do it to him for a while. Now I don't anymore.
I hadn't... I'm loading them up. I'm trying to...
It's too late. So now we're not supposed to say anything anymore?
You'll never do that again.
Right?
Right.
Do what?
What you did there.
What you did there.
What I do?
He didn't have your phone number. You didn't have his phone number, and y'all was fucking.
We went to high school together.
That don't make it no better, man. That means you knew him before Facebook. You still wasn't good enough for his phone
My
number.
mama mode just kicked in. I was like, I will beat your goddamn ass.
That's what your face looked like. You wanted to beat my ass.
Yes.
Does it help that it was good?
No.
Does
If you don't
You did it
have
yourself.
more pride in your pussy,
Yep.
if you don't put more
or y'all
pride
the
into
pussy
your
pride
pussy,
police?
listen, yes, I'm. You know, the Bible say, "Am to be my brother's
Like, you
keeper."
can't talk about the Bible
Yes,
with that
we
pussy in the
can.
same
Yes, we
sentence.
can. God created pussy. That a bitch.
I said
They said everything
that
God made was good. So y'all say pussy is good. God had to have made it. No. You have got to have your pussy pride. You have got to take pride. I take pride in Sister Meow. Are you serious? This motherfucker said I didn't even have his phone number. I
And
wish a
was
nigga
fucking
would.
as in continuous
would-
like more than once and.
No.
He ain't have my phone number either. Does
Nah,
that make
bro.
a
No, don't try to no, because you wanted his and he wouldn't give it to
No,
you. He
I-
didn't want yours.
So y'all was social media. So on social media, you be like, "Come get this pussy," and then he be like, "I'm on my
He
way."
gonna pull up.
The other way around. He be like, "Go get this dick," and I'll be like, "Okay."
Oh, then you pull up.
Oh, that's even. Oh.
I mean, I have to admit things to you because I want
Okay, how
everyone
was
to
you
know.
in your 20s?
No, this was like 2 years ago.
You know what?
No, this was pre-pandemic, and a couple of times last year. And then I
So
learned.
now we went from DDD to PPP. Post-pandemic pussy. Now we got.
or pre-pandemic pussy.
Yeah, it was pre-pandemic.
Listen,
post.
I'm gonna need you to have more
Oh, my
pride
God.
in
Oh
you.
no, I have.
I'm out of here.
No, I'm gonna need you to have more pride in your pussy.
Well, Mark, leave the mics on. We still have an hour. You know what? I now have pride in my pussy.
You now have
Nah,
pride in
she
your
has
pussy.
No,
newfound
this,
pride.
this is the reality. I just told it to you. I don't have no reason to lie to you people because I am human and shit happens. This shit is real. This shit actually happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in all actuality,
But you making me want to drink more. Go ahead.
the the situation honestly was
That your dick was good. Go ahead.
no, it was good. You know how people talk about sneaky links and all this other stuff. Like this was our thing. It nobody knew him. Nobody knew me that knew him. You know what I mean? It was kind of like, good morning. What's up? What's up with that pussy? It's up or it's down. You know what I mean? And
I get it because listen, like I said, I was
neck flicking at it.
Netflixing and chilling. Damn. But it wasn't going anywhere because we wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's when I say you have to have more pride in your pussy. I was like, hold on a minute. I'm worth more than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So never could I just be like, yeah, we just gonna, this all we gonna do.
And it's
Like,
all
damn,
we're gonna
at least
do.
you may not take me out, but at least meet me out. Damn, can we be seen in public at some point? Can we go to McDonald's, my nigga? I like, the fuck?
Yeah. And it's a
I
thing.
love being courted, so that's like,
It's
you
a
know,
thing.
I'm a romantic, so that right there ain't gonna fly.
And you have to realize that's what I said. Like, it's not to say that you know what's right or wrong for you in the beginning, but you have to take a responsibility to assess the situation continuously to know if it's right or wrong for you. You know, if you see it's not growing, then you
start going.
then stop going.
Shit.
Boop, there it is.
Oh my God.
Now y'all talking about the relationship with the dick because you said if it's not growing.
Well,
Okay, I'm sorry.
if it
Kim,
didn't
all right.
grow, I had to go.
I was trying to set y'all
No,
up. for one.
wait a minute.
Either or.
I'm gonna know.
If we're here and we finna go to the killing floor and it won't grow, we're gonna have a conversation.
I'm gonna tell you this: a little dick can't just keep me in his DM and call me over and I not have his number. That's not gonna happen.
See, what's a little dick for you again? Like,
This energy.
let me explain something. If a motherfucker come up with that, and that is a child, and you shouldn't be fucking with him anyway.
Don't do that because
That
there's
is an
some
adolescent.
grown men out here in these streets. And you know what my best friend told me? He's like, it's nothing a man could do if he have a little dick, but know what to do with his little dick because it's his for the rest of his life. And use a whole ass nigga if you make it a bigger dick. So you cannot call these men children.
You see that little shit in your hand?
Yeah, I done had
That
little shit.
motherfucker
I done
run on me
I done had
with
little
that
shit.
little ass shit.
See, that's what I'm
Now
saying.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's when your pussy got pride.
I'm not a yes. Shit, my pussy always got pride. Shit, she has a name. My pussy has a first name. Listen, no. Give me, what the fuck? No. This. Sir, you are 6 years old. You don't need to be trying to fuck no way.
No, and I've fallen in love with that before.
You have fallen in love with just chilling, man. No, come on now.
I had trained my body to get up on that little thing and grind on that little thing. It was like a big clit. The same thing that lesbians do and they scissor. Never mind.
See, I wouldn't know about scissoring. The only scissoring I do is when I'm cutting up some shit.
I'm just saying that you can make yourself.
You can scissor with a man, though.
Right.
You can scissor with a man. That's a
She said that's
a fun position. You ever tried it?
I don't think it's much that I haven't
Listen,
tried.
y'all, he in.
Besides a threesome.
And y'all this way. That's
Right.
lit. Lit. Why you playing? Let's talk about something.
Okay.
Our topic. What was that post really about? So, I have heard about thirst trapping. I've heard about it's another label that they give it. People are social media is a hot ass mess.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But what was that post really about? The shade that people throw.
Mm-hmm.
The like I said, the thirst trapping, the arguments that ensue over your thought on your page.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just all of those things that come along with being on social media.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me wonder, like, I had somebody post on my, let me say this. I have made it on my Facebook. You can't just randomly post on my page.
Okay.
You cannot. And you can't, you know how you tag people and stuff and then it falls to your page if I tag you in it? No,
I have
you
to
ain't.
approve this shit.
Yeah, I got to approve that. You ain't just showing up on my shit.
Right.
Because I don't know what you on.
Right.
And I hear people, the thing about this is you control the content on your page. You control what you see down your timeline. People always talk, Facebook is the devil. And no, maybe you the devil. Or your friends that you keep scrolling past, maybe they the devil. Mm-hmm. You can control that. But what was that post really about?
It's crazy that you said that. I had a friend, I was over his house, and I was telling him, like, why does it seem like everybody is in need to be in a relationship? Mm-hmm. And he like, what are you talking about? I said, if you read my timeline, and I was reading my post, and he was like, you need to clean your shit up. Because when I go through my thread, I don't see these types of words. He like, you understand that you putting these words and images into your body, into your being every day? And I was just reading like post after post.
The post that you posted?
No, the thread, my feed.
Yeah.
He's like, his feed don't look like that.
Yeah,
the people that's on his feed maybe talk about educational things or business things and this, that, and the other. My shit is either men ain't nothing, women ain't shit, I need a relationship, I want to get married. You know, there's like every single person. And he really was like, real talk. Because he's like 52.
Okay.
He like, real talk. You need to clean your shit up.
Yeah.
Because this is your everyday.
As soon as I see, when you keep coming up on my feed and it's negative all the time, niggas ain't shit, niggas. No, how about you ain't shit? You keep choosing these ain't shit niggas.
Mm-hmm. I've deleted several women off of my
I don't want to
list,
keep seeing. I'm not finna allow that to come through my eye gate. If my eyes are the windows to my soul, Everything
type
I'm
of-
looking. What am I allowing to come into?
What type of energy
my
am
eye
I
gate.
allowing
Right.
into
You see what
my
I'm saying?
soul? Yep.
I'm not. I love music. Period. But some of this rap, I'm just not gonna listen to because it's going into my subconscious. You know what I mean? So I'm just not finna do it. I see so many women, and it drives me nuts. Okay, it burns my biscuits.
Okay, burn them.
Shout out to Miss Mimi, who is still recovering from surgery that she had a couple weeks ago, and we hope you well, and hope to see you back on the show soon.
Absolutely.
But it's like I don't understand the need to be seen
Right.
a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, I do my TikToks, right? I love doing my TikToks. They keep me sane,
Right.
even though they're crazy. But I love to do them. But I'm not on there all the time
Right.
because I'm not that. I got other shit to do. You know
Some
what I'm
people
saying?
have an over-exaggerated need to be accepted and seen and approval from
I
people.
had somebody years ago on my Instagram was like, "How come you don't show body pictures?" And I was like, "Well, why do I need to show body pictures?" Well, you know, I just want to know if you big or little. Why? Why?
Because
Get
it's
to know me.
He's conditioned to all the rest of the shit that
You see what I'm
on
saying?
Instagram.
You know what?
Get to know me.
I'm the opposite.
You show body pictures.
Every now and then for myself, because for me, everybody has an angle and everybody shows their beautiful side
Okay.
constantly. And I don't want anybody to fall for me on just this certain image that they see. You know what I mean? Like I'm 228 pounds. I want you to know before you think I'm pretty, because all my pictures are from above my head, showing just like how nice my titties are.
I've been catfished.
I want you to know, because I had a guy like, shit. I met this, like, when I seen her picture, she had titties and then her ankles was like as big as thighs.
So and this is back in Black Planet days. It was a long time ago. You couldn't get me like that now.
Black pants.
Yeah, so long story short, you know, the chick sent me, because back in the days, right, the camera quality wasn't what it is nowadays. So nowadays, you can look at the quality of a picture and be like, that's an old ass picture and shit. Back then, it was just like everybody had webcam grainy ass pictures and
Right.
shit. So now, you know, you send me a picture from when you was in high school, right, or have pictures displayed of you when you was in high school, when you were younger, and you are a whole different what you look like than what you look like now.
Right.
So that's what happened with me, and I got catch. Like, it was her pictures, but she was just like maybe 300 pounds ago.
Yeah.
And just be who you are.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you this.
And now I'm wrong, right?
But-
now is the
Right.
dude wrong, right? Now it's like, because you could have been talking to this chick, and it's the same chick. But yeah, but case in point. Would the dude be wrong, right? You can't sit up here and you talking to this chick online for 2-3 months. You get to know her. You're like, all right, you cool, but you looking at this image of the person, right? It's the same person then when you meet the person, and say, like, if y'all did that, like with a guy, right? You meet the person online and you talking to him, and he look like what you might want to approach and shit if he was to see him in real life and
Right.
shit. But then you meet the person and it's like, oh, this was you like 7 years ago, and now you was like 350 pounds heavier, and now it's like, so what happened how did you handle that?
And that's not fair. That's not right, Kim.
So I went through that, and yeah, it was a whole dog. I got hatfished.
Fish.
What is a hat fit?
Yeah, I got hatfished, and it was like terrible up there. It was like Trumpish. I was like,
Trumpish.
what is that on your head, man?
Oh, Trumpish.
Trump.
The
He had
hair.
a whole 2-pay.
Oh my God.
3-pay.
This pay. Had a 5-pay.
This month, I was like, okay. The thing damn near came off with his hat.
Oh my God.
Like when he went to like, no, it's a certain way you're gonna have to take that hat off. He took he should tip it first and then take it off so your piece won't fly.
You lifted it up from the front and your hairline was like,
I was
what
like,
up, though?
So, and that's what I'm saying.
I was like, But listen, I don't even want to go there. Let's go back to this. What was that post really about?
So
you sent something to the group about a young lady who went on prom. Was that her prom?
Oh, that was, yeah. So
do you have that picture, Mike?
Is that what now?
Do you have that picture?
Of what now?
So what's going on right now for prom is that the guys are standing on dresses. It's not just her picture. It's the standing on dresses and them posing with these heavy artillery guns.
Yeah. Okay.
That's class of 2022, and not saying everybody, but this is what their gear is being associated with.
The standing on the dress, I'm okay with.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm okay with because hold on, let me tell you why. For photo's sake, it's a photo thing. Brides do it. Brides and grooms do it all the time.
I ain't never seen a groom stand on a woman's
Really?
dress.
And you a wedding photographer?
Absolutely. I done put flowers on her dress. I done put bouquets.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't
I've
never
seen it.
put people
I've seen it
on
for
the bride's
years.
dress.
Yeah.
Okay, so even with that being said,
the guns. What is that post really about? What are you saying, young lady?
well, what the school said
You not bringing
Well,
your
Who
ass down.
said fuck you? Is what
I don't
school
care
said.
what this post about, because if you're an all A student and you're striving for higher education and better things in life, then you know not to have this reflection of yourself on social media.
Right.
Because this is going to be your first lesson. Sorry you had to learn it here,
Right.
but this is your first lesson. When you want to have a certain image, then you are to act accordingly. Like I was telling shows before. I'm happy where my life is because I can be on this show and be a version of myself that I've been holding back for almost 20 years. I can be Lake. I can say what the fuck I want to, but had I had the careers that I've had in the past, I would not be able to be as candid on this show because I would lose my job. It was in certain contracts that I couldn't do and say certain things
Exactly.
with those jobs. You can't. And then they had hashtags like hashtag the white man's trying to keep us down. She was going to TSU.
TSU.
That is a black college, right?
Yeah, it is.
Listen.
Yeah.
Say her name.
So let me say this for those of you who have absolutely no fucking idea what we're talking about. There was a young lady who posted pictures of herself. This is going to prom, her
Right.
prom send off, and in her pictures is her and her date. He's standing on her dress. She's got the slim with the big train, and he's standing on the dress in some of the pictures. But what else is on the dress is AK-47s and
Whatever the fuck.
Heavy
and
artillery
one
ass.
of them, she got a Glock in her hand. She's like, I came around the block with the Glock or some shit or whatever. She is a straight A student and got a full ride to TSU.
And blew it.
And TSU said somebody had to send TSU the picture, or TSU is following you as well.
I mean, but that's the thing with social media. You
And
don't
you
know who's
posted that?
following you.
Yeah.
You-
And you posted that?
Yeah.
What is this post really about? What is this really saying about you? People, the things that you post tell people the real you. People, like, I have guys that be like, my nickname is Fresh for those of y'all who don't know. Fresh, we can't tell if you in a relationship or not. Ain't none of your goddamn
supposed to.
business. When I'm ready to tell you that I'm in a relationship, trust and believe you will know
Right.
that Sister Meow has been shut down to the country. No. No, but she had to know that in somewhere, somebody who was out there that didn't say, girl, if you don't get that shit.
I mean, the biggest issue to me was maybe she didn't know, because I've been 17, 18 years old. My issue is the adults around you.
That too.
And that's why I was saying, like, with the standing on the dress. You know, maybe it's okay in your house. But in my house, if King stood on somebody's dress and they done spend $1,500 on it, like, nigga, I ain't raised you. Like, you can't stand on the couch. What make you think it's okay to stand on this girl's dress?
Couch.
I mean, like, fuck this. You wasn't raised like that. Like, at some point in time, who didn't say? Everybody thought it was okay
to stand on the dress or have the gun.
Both.
Well, see, I guess you're right. It's the whole trend. Like, once one person sees somebody doing it, now it's a trend. I got to do it better than you did it, and now it becomes a viral challenge situation.
But the standing on the dress ain't new. But
I know. I've seen that before.
Y'all, who is y'all? Bonnie and Clyde?
That was real stupid. That was real stupid.
Now you on your way to a school. When I see graduation, I think school. I think high school. I think college. You got guns. What is this post really about?
And then
all these school shootings. Do you know that?
Right. That's just
you got people who are.
What are you suggesting?
Battling with losing their loved ones to a school shooting. To, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who takes your content off of social media and shares it and posts it and things like that. And you got this, and they looking at you like, yeah, we're not finna bring this to our school.
And we
don't give a fuck that you got straight A's. You can have straight AAAs.
And anybody can brag on me. You guys can DM me about this comment I'm about to make. But Black excellence is becoming harder and harder to maintain.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to education and trying to keep these kids involved and progressing to a higher level.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the hood, and I never was one that wanted to carry a bunch of guns. I actually tell people now, like, society has forced me to have to carry a gun, but it still hasn't forced me to carry 12. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want that image. Like, if I ain't out here shooting animals or getting some steam out, and we out here like you ain't hunting in that dress. You ain't going to war in that dress. The guns and the dress don't even make they don't even go together from a photographer standpoint.
Especially not when you're talking about teens going to a school event. That's what they dressed up to go to a school event. So now it's like you carrying.
You gonna shoot up the prom?
Yeah, I mean,
a little stupid.
Man,
and what did the invite say? Everybody bring their gun.
I don't know, but clearly this is what this post is about, and that's what I want to know. What are you sending out about yourself? And that's what, because you had people on the post that was like, well, it's just, their expression. Fuck your expression when it comes to violence.
And then I
don't care about your expression when it comes to violence.
Y'all are kids that probably aren't old enough to own those guns.
Oh, trust me.
And don't have licenses to carry those guns, right? So it's not even about expression. Speaking of expression, like I've seen another photo of a similar situation, and everybody is talking about, oh, well, these group of girls didn't get the same response off of their guns and their dresses, right? And there was a group of white girls lined up in a gun range.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all had on different dresses.
They were in a gun range with supervised adults around. And not only that, trained gun range officers. Right. They were at a gun range and took the pictures, not on the street. You know what I mean?
In the middle of the street, in the hood,
with God knows who or any kind of supervision.
Was the picture of and I saw the picture that you're referring to. Was that picture cute? Hell no.
Right.
Because they all look like in
trash.
Give my whatever. Trash. They all look like trailer trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, this what we do in the trailer park. That's what they look like. So, okay, why we got to do it? Don't we have enough on us already? And now here you come. And then, see, somebody was she a straight A student? She was, it's just an expression of it's an expression of who she really is.
When I look at her, you say what that post is really about. And I don't know if it was her picture, because a few pictures went viral before the person put out, hey, this is my niece, this is what she's going through, blah, 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 blah. So I looked at one picture and I was like, this looks like a girl who's just going to prom and didn't graduate. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they let you come to the dance, but you still don't get your diploma?
Yeah.
Because that's what it reflected to me. It didn't reflect a person of intelligence.
Yeah.
That's what the post was really about to me.
Yeah.
Because in no way, shape, or form can you exude intelligence and think that this is
Real intelligence.
Right, this is an intelligent move.
Because you can be smart, you can be book smart, you can, and then still be dumb as a box of rocks on a whole nother level.
Man, I seen the video and I just loaded it up into the thing. I'll play it if y'all want to, man. And since we talking about guns in school, and I don't know where this was, but it was they were in the gym, and these young kids had at least 10, 20 guns. Everybody in the damn gym had a gun.
At the school.
At the school. You want me to roll?
Yes, absolutely.
Please.
Let's roll it.
Watch this shit right here. Look at this right here.
We not even gonna play like that for no grade. Y'all see them killers in here? Hey, stop playing with my shorties. Hey, I know how y'all coming, shorty. What's that word, man? It's about 100 glickers in this bitch.
So that's the climate of the school, right? That you know what I mean? School, the public school system, right? And I don't know what city that was, but we can just imagine if it's one video like that.
What in the name of I should beat your goddamn ass? Oh my
that
God.
in itself is
Beyond
disturbing.
You know, I'll tell you guys, like, I have a 10-year-old, right? And my son is really curious about guns. You know, he knows I have one, so I actually locked mine up. I try not to even carry it around him because his curiosity is so strong because of the images he sees. And I had told him, like, over the summer that I'm going to try to get him to a place where we can start practicing and learning gun safety, because your curiosity scares me. And when your dad gets home, I'm going to make sure that he makes time out for you so you can actually learn how to break it down, how to clean it, because that right there,
You need to understand, number one, it's not a toy.
right, it shows irresponsibility. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
If you're able to do that, then you don't know how damaging that these weapons are. Even if they were unloaded, you know what I mean? I could still bust your head open.
I went to jail for 16 months for pistol whipping. I ain't shoot nobody.
I'm
You
sorry.
can still pistol whip a nigga. Whew. That's terrible, Kim.
That's over a year.
Oh my
Shit.
God. Oh yeah, and then oh God. Anyway. I learned a lesson. I did. That's why I like to call prison the institution of higher learning. You should. A lot of
Speaking of
people
higher.
don't, but you should. This fool said, speaking of higher.
I'm with
Ah.
But
Hey,
you know-
listen, if you guys are watching, please give us a thumbs up or a wave or something. I mean, we see y'all. We just
Absolutely.
want to know
Yeah,
who's
because y'all know there's a
engaging.
whole brand new page, man. So y'all need to like the page and share the page. This ain't the same 7 Mile Radio page y'all used to like. So don't think that it's just like, oh, I like the page
Shoot-
already.
shoot
Go ahead
these
and like
hearts
it.
out.
Yep, and share it and all
yeah,
that type of
let
stuff.
us know
you
you're
love
there.
us.
Let us know who you are. There's a lot of people that's probably just not following the page that never seen us before. I mean, it's a whole new page. So let us know where you tuned in from and all of that type of shit. This is a whole engagement type of situation. And you don't just sit up and watch. You can actually comment and talk
and
to
call
us.
if you want.
Oh, definitely.
All that.
Mark,
Now-
put the number on the
I'll put the
screen in
number on
case
the
somebody
screen.
wants to
I'll put the
call
number
in.
on the screen.
Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show. Come sit next to me. Or
And that ass.
or Lake. She talking about that ass. Or how about that tongue?
And that ass.
How about that
Sit
tongue?
next to the tongue? Shit. I
She-
welcome
She
it.
gonna lick the side of your face.
No, not
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
pre-COVID. I used to lick
Look at
people's
this
faces.
look at this little thing compared to.
I ain't licking nobody's face. We go together if I lick your face. I'm telling
Said
you.
we go together.
Now, I realize, you was talking
D
about
King,
What
hey
up?
boo.
you was talking about social media beefs and things like that, and what this post is really about.
Yeah.
I realized, remember, I had said something like, single people need to stay out of relationships, stop giving advice in relationships because
Yes.
you are single,
Because you're single.
So I had a lot of people, but then, you have that majority, that you have that percentage of people who disagree.
I'm on
and
the
then,
fence.
And then they want to go hard because they feel, just because I'm single, I had failed relationships, so I can tell you what not to do. I decided this go round that, especially because of the image and being on the podcast and everything, what we do is we always want to tell opposing views and be lighthearted. So what I started doing is like, I understand how you feel, but X, Y, and Z.
What it is in any event of that going on, right? People fail to agree to disagree and just say, hey, you know what? What's for me is what's for me, and what's for you. You're not wrong for saying that is the way that you operate. That's the way that you feel, what you want, your standards, your.
Hey, T-Boz, listen, I had got a little worried now. Okay.
T-Boz is in the building.
T-Boz
that's
in the
thing.
building.
Like,
we
we
was late too, so yeah.
You can't put anyone. You put your terms and conditions as far as what you like or feel is right for you on anyone else.
Right.
But then it turns into a battle of who's right. Like, I'm right for me and you right for you. Like, why, I don't have to be what I say doesn't have to be what you apply in your life and you know what I mean, for what you want. Is we two completely different people.
And you have to stop, even if it's about you. You have to stop reading so much into everything.
Oh my God.
It doesn't
And take it
matter.
personal.
I mean, like last month,
I'm so sick of
I
that
lost
shit.
like 3 friends. Like literally fell out with these friends, and I'm like, I still feel like it's them and not me. You know what I mean? But one day I posted something. I was like, one of these motherfuckers gonna think I'm talking about them, and I was really talking about like
Just
my
in
life as
general.
a
What was
whole.
that
In general.
post really about?
You know how many times I be ready to post some shit, but then I think
And I
about
think
a
about
person,
the next motherfucker
think
this
about,
person gonna
whose,
think
whose foot the shoe might fit.
Yes.
One person.
Right,
Yes.
and all it take, and all that. It's like I wasn't even talking about. It could be in general. I could have just thought about some shit out the blue, just a situation I wanted to, or an angle of a situation I just wanted to shed light on, just to open up a perspective. But it's like, nope, somebody gonna be offended because you've been somewhere with that you've been that place with somebody before, and that person is gonna see that post and think it's about you. Even if it's 2 years ago that the shit happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can be making a general statement, but it's that individual. You know what I'm saying? You throw a rock in a group of dogs, and the one that hollers,
One
the
of
one that
them
got
holler.
hit.
That's right.
And I'll tell you, sometimes it could be a situation where Kim could post something, and it did pertain to a situation how I stopped messing around with a person, or they stopped messing around with me.
Right.
I stopped me and a friend fell out because pretty much I was hungry. She didn't move. ...
Okay.
So somebody posted a post that said like, I don't need friends that don't like to eat when I eat. And I thought that shit was funny as hell. Like, I'm like, that's exactly how I feel, because don't go out. It said, don't go out with me if you don't expect to eat or some shit like that.
Okay.
And I feel like that about everybody.
Okay.
Like, if we hanging out, we ain't just going to the bar. We grabbing a bite to eat. Don't drink me to death and don't think we going. I will get hangry on your ass, and we will probably stop being
Hangry.
friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't go out without eating being a part of the plan with nobody.
So Hef is watching. Hey,
Hef
Hef.
you.
He's supposed to be here.
Have you?
How about that?
Have you?
It's typing there. What kind of nigga?
He
Hold
say
on
if
first.
the shoe is fitting on the right foot, then put it on, or however you say it. You're dumb. You're dumb. Yeah.
If the shoe fits, wear it, nigga. Is that what you're trying to say?
If the
See, that's what kind of
if the
comment
shoe
come
is
from a nigga that
fitting
call
on
off
the
work
right
and then
foot,
Call
then
off
put
work.
it
Call off
on.
work.
Call
And
off
then
work
or
and
how-
go through the drive-through making orders. That's
You see
him
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
comments. That's him.
Eric
It say if the
Grayson
shoe
says,
fits, you must have quit. That's the saying, have you?
The fuck?
I mean, he said whatever.
If
However
the
your
shoe fits, you must quit.
I don't think OJ stabbed nobody with his
That's
foot.
for that ain't for
We
OJ.
don't
That's
know.
for AJ. Okay, so Erica Greason says, "I be thinking the same thing, Mark. Shaking my head. We're being considerate about others' thoughts." D King, hey boo. He said, "I stopped caring. If the shoe fits, buy a matching outfit."
Okay, have you hear that?
If we're friends in real life. Fuck social media.
Right.
It's just people's feelings and opinions,
You know
and
what?
everybody.
I feel that too. I feel that too. But
Yeah.
it's just like, man, I don't know, man. I just don't want to go through the ballot. I
don't
done been
feel
there too
like
many. I done
it.
been there too many times. with people-
Everybody that knows me knows I go through this. I'm spiritual. I am.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bible says, if it offends my brother to eat meat, I won't eat meat. Now it doesn't say I won't eat meat at all. I just won't eat meat when I'm around your ass, because it offends you. And I don't want to be offensive to anyone. I don't want to be a stumbling block to anyone. So sometimes I won't post, but I've gotten to a point now where this is my MY page. This is how I feel or what I agree with.
Absolutely.
Because every post that I post, especially relationship stuff,
Right.
that ain't about me.
Yeah.
That's just what I
you know
agree
And
with.
Listen, and you know what?
Like,
That's
you
the
going
other
through,
side of what I
and
was
then the
gonna say
first
too,
nigga,
right?
and the nigga be like, hey, what's
You don't
that?
wanna post
And then
shit.
here it is.
Not
What's
only
that
'cause-
post about? You having problems? Is it trouble in paradise? No, bitch. I disagree with that.
It's like people will either put the shoe on themselves or put the shoe on you, right? Feel like this, oh, you talking about it, but then it's like, I could not even be.
DK.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to hurt nobody, but there is something that I must confess.
She had to sing that part for her boy.
Woo!
Oh, that was the wrong one.
What
My
do you
bad.
call her?
Oh,
Okay,
I love
so
that. I love
I've
that.
had 3 people in the past 2 weeks tell me I should have known how they were going to take something.
How? You
Oh,
know
that's
I'm
the
not-
other thing I was going to say. Wait a minute, wait.
this
Oh,
is where-
wise one, oh,
right?
genie.
And I am over. Like, I spend a lot of time and energy trying to not say something or
Yeah.
not do something because I
Didn't want
assumed how a person was going to take it.
Right.
And I'm over that. Like the last person I said, I will not
I done stopped that shit.
use my time to figure out how
Trying to
you're
filter.
going to
Yep.
take
Yep.
what I said.
You see what I'm saying?
Because I'm not using my time to ask you to figure out how I'm going to take
So
it.
that's why when D King said what he said, I agree. But then on the flip side of it, it's like when you are someone who deals with the amount of people that I deal with, right? A lot of people. So now it's like you don't want to come off as if every time this nigga talking about something, he talking about complaining and shit. It's like I'm complaining every time he bitching about something. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why I'm not gonna talk about whether it's something that is general, make believe, and I just something I agree with, or if it's something that really happened. Between those two things, combined with all of the people that I know and the situations I go through, it's gonna be somebody who put the shoe on and fit and wear it. You know what I'm saying? Or
Take the goddamn shoes off and walk barefoot.
And
or they gonna look at me like I'm just some bitter complaining all day ass nigga.
I have gotten to the place. There was a point in my life I was so in love with people.
just
you know,
people, period.
People, just people. When I love hard, and I don't just mean in relationship. If you are my friend, if I have said you are my friend, you are. I take friendships very, very valuable. You know what I mean? Very seriously. You have gained this position with me. If you get to the point where your energy is hurting me, You still my friend,
Right.
but we're not.
Some people don't know how to have real friends because they never been.
Yeah,
a real
we're
friend.
not.
Right.
So that's why they can't take certain things said from people who are their friends because it's
Yeah.
like I've always witnessed.
I had to tell somebody that. I was like, listen, stop calling me. It was somebody that I called my sister, and I said something. I was like, yeah, don't wear that, or don't do, and they took offense to it
if you can't
or whatever.
stand
And I'm like,
somebody that
listen,
love you.
I tell you what. If you can't take, this is me. I have no representative. Everybody know that. This is me. Mm-hmm. I'm not finna let you come out here bold, and especially if you walking with me.
If you're her friend,
Well,
right?
But I'm saying you
when somebody
with
out,
me.
somebody out gonna see her and say she ain't got no friends.
She ain't
Who
got
let
no
her come
friends.
out here?
No, I'm gonna be that real
That's
friend.
how,
Bitch, don't wear that. Don't
that's
do
how,
that.
You know what? And this is a sidebar from what I was gonna say, but that's how I felt. And I want you to play my commercial tonight. That's how I felt on my commercial. I swear to God, I hate my eyebrows. My eyebrows look like shit. I went on everybody
I
like,
didn't pay that
y'all
note.
didn't know I look like LB Shore when I walked out these motherfucking eyebrows so fucking close. We sit around all the fucking time and we see Mary J. Blige or Vivica Fox like they ain't had no friends. Somebody let them go out in that outfit. Somebody let them go out looking like that.
Well, you didn't. Did you let your real friends see your face before
They
you
was
start
in
taking
the
the
fucking
goddamn
commercial. My mom was there. I asked my mom, like, is these the type of eyebrows I look like I would rock? My little cousin, remember I told you we're gonna do a kids show? Mm-hmm. She's 10 years old. She's like, I want to see a commercial. She watched the commercial. She say, Keisha, what's wrong with your eyebrows? Because kids are the truth.
They have no filters.
And I told her, I said, Bailey, thank you for being the only motherfucker that I know that's real enough to say, because that's how I felt on the inside, but everybody kept telling me I was crazy.
But you know what?
But I did, I spent the money on the commercial and I'm a
But
runner.
kids have no filter.
Had somebody
Kids don't
said
do
something to you
what
which
we
you would have felt offended by it, or somebody told you, like, hey, like your eyebrows look kind of crazy.
It was
like,
better than when somebody told me after we had produced the commercial and everything. Like, and I get the fact, like, sometimes things come off differently on camera. But if you had an inkling of saying that, nah, I mean, because this is something I'm sinking my money into, and I'm applying pressure to my business. I love my business, and you love me. And we talk about bitches all the time. Just sitting around, bitches talk about bitches all the time.
all the time.
But I mean, here's the thing.
But
Like,
here's my thing. Then you look in the mirror.
I was just about to say, listen, because I
your eyebrows.
take
You
pictures of
didn't-
you
you
all the
didn't-
time, right? And then
Yeah.
people get mad at how they look in the pictures. And what have I said? Like, you get mad at me. You brought that face to my studio.
You know what?
I just took a picture of it.
I do that. Yes, if it's just the two of us, I'm not your makeup artist. I'm not gonna go through and cut your stuff. But then, like, if I tell people to bring people with them, and I tell the people that's with them, make sure your person is good. I'm not gonna make sure your person is good. I ain't blaming the photographer because I'm trying to produce something. So you ever been in a production of things?
Yes.
You don't look in the mirror. You too busy telling this person to go here and this person to do that. You very rarely worry about yourself.
That's true.
And that's all I said to my loved ones. If anybody had an inkling that didn't look like me, why didn't you just say something? Mm-hmm. Because when I looked at the full picture, I looked at me and was like, that ain't, no. Y'all ain't gonna be able to unsee it when y'all see it.
I know what you're talking about. I seen it.
Right.
I seen it, but what was I to say?
It's done
at
now,
that
so
point,
we can't do anything.
Nobody, and that's what I said to everybody was, it's like if you decide that
Not
you want to
only
be
your
a clown.
eyebrow, but the lighting on that scene was too bright for your face. It accentuated the eyebrows.
Right. So it's a lot, but after the fact,
Yeah.
After the fact is one thing. During the time, and that's just a small thing. I'm just saying, when you have friendships, like me and my best friend came into a crossroad. You know how you be around somebody and they just irritate you,
girl.
But sometimes what happened with my best friend and I, it wasn't just one sided. Like, you know how I'm thinking that it's one sided on my end, and she like, well, bitch, I can tell you some shit about you. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't the only motherfucker that's a little bit.
Now, let me ask you this. Relationship wise, let me ask you this. I had somebody ask me I like to do relationship checkups. If I'm in some shit, every so often, how we doing? We good? Whatever. And I think a lot of people should do that. No, relationship.
Like if you're with somebody.
Yeah. If let's say you were in a relationship and your person came to you and said, these are the things that I don't like about you. Would you be okay with that?
I would have to be. And because, for one, I've done it to people. Mm-hmm. So because I know the type of person I am, I've definitely gone to people and told them when it was almost too late, all the things I didn't like. And it was things that they could read that it was something that had been bothering me for some time. And that was usually where the mistake came in. I didn't confess it in the beginning. I let it linger.
Okay. And we talked about that before.
So because of that, I've had people have to tell me what my problems were, and I had to take it.
Okay.
And grow from it. And if it may not be a petty, some things are petty. You know what I mean? Like a guy came up to me, he can't stand that I wear gym shoes with everything. To me, that's petty. You just get you a heel bitch, because I'd never be her. So if that's what you got a problem with. But if somebody said, maybe it really bothers me that when you get up in the morning, you don't make the bed up. I like to come home and have my room clean, and you don't ever do it.
Okay.
I may want to, you know what I mean? Like, damn.
Now, let me ask you, in that scenario, would you do it? Would you start to do it at that point?
I would probably be mindful enough to ask for help with doing it, because I don't ever do it.
Right.
I use that scenario because I know some men that have OCD.
Yes.
And women are a little more sloppier than a lot of men. And when you combine your relationship, that's one of the things that turn them off about their women. Because it's always clean when they come over.
Yeah.
But like,
your bed was made, bitch.
I'm gonna pop this wig off and throw that bitch on my dresser.
Your bed was made. You had motherfucking candies and flowers and shit on your bed every time I came over. And it was smelling all good and everything when I came over. No, you come over my house, you gonna see my house exactly
panties
on
the ceiling fan. Yeah,
I'm waiting to do the panties on the ceiling fan.
But I don't have
a ceiling fan in my bedroom. So.
I would ask him to help me develop that skill. Like I'll be okay with saying like, this is something that I would want to do for you, but it's just something I don't do because my life is busy. Right. Now, a motherfucker will probably tell me like, bitch, stop pushing the clock and get up earlier. You should get up at 6:15, but you keep getting up at 7:05.
Dog, let me explain. So I work from home now.
Good for you.
I don't know.
I know.
One of my friends was like, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Let me tell y'all, listen, I'm a witness, right? I work at home. Sometimes I'm late for work, ain't I?
Yes, we know. Mark. Mark. Nigga,
I shouldn't even said shit.
What is she doing? What's going on?
Oh my God. Tell me how Mark don't come to the door because he work from home. He just be right there. He be to took a nap and shit. So listen, I done sweated. Okay. So listen. I started working from home and I promise you, it's like, I got to be there at 8. I'm going to get up. I'll be like, Google. Set my alarm for 7:59.
Right. Hey Alexa, set my alarm for 11:59. You gotta be there at 12.
I swear for Lord, like seriously, it'd be like right there because I can get up, especially if I fall asleep on my couch. If I fall asleep on my couch, work is right there.
Right.
I get up. Bra and panties, clock in, and start doing shit. But I have to get dressed because I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna work lazily too. So
absolutely. But with that being said, you know, it's so when I was working from home on the Zoom, you know, on the Zoom, once you get going, you got to kind of be in that space. You know what I mean? So if you go to the kitchen and grab you something real quick, you may leave it on the counter.
Baby.
You know, before you know it, shit, and then somebody stop. Or they on their way. They don't see that part of your lifestyle. That's all I'm saying. So at this point, I don't want to be offended. If somebody wants to maintain our relationship, I don't want to be offended by what they say. Now, I have a choice if I want to maintain it. That's what I feel like when people are candid with you. That's your choice and decision if you want to maintain the relationship or if you want to let the relationship go.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
If you want to maintain it, then you're going to take their words and talk about it, even if it hurts. If you decide that that's the point where you have to walk away, that's why I say I lost 3 friends.
Okay.
Every person that I fell out with, it has something to do with what I said to them and their ability to take it. And they didn't like what I said to them, but I'm telling them, like, I'm not saying this for us not to be friends. And I'll receive anything you say back.
Right.
You know, like, tell me if that's a problem. Let's talk it out, even if we have to argue it out, because I don't want to lose this. But as soon as you act as though...
But I'm not finna sit here and let you go out like a sucker. I'm just not gonna do it. And if in my old age, I'm at the point now, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you. If you don't like it, you got the choice to fuck with me or not.
Right.
Keep it moving or whatever you want to do. I at one point I started seeing a guy, and I'm straightforward out the gate. I said, well, listen, I am seeing someone. I'm interested, you know what I'm saying? Because this person ain't ready to do what I'm ready to do. So I got to keep it moving. My name is Kim, K-I-M. Keep it moving.
Oh, I get it. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Because I want an acronym for LAKE. We're going to come up with one by the next show.
Oh, shit.
No,
He'll have one by the end of the show.
No.
An acronym for LAKE.
Okay, so keep
shit.
it moving.
So I'm going to keep it moving. The brother said, okay. I got shit going on in my life, not in a relationship thing. He's single as fuck. But he said, okay, I'm interested in you. And I understand you got going on what you got going on, but I ain't going nowhere. So call it what you want. May the best man win or whatever. He said, but just know I'm interested.
Right.
The best thing I think that I could have done was let him know out the gate. There is somebody over there, like, you know what I'm saying? But the choice is yours.
Right.
At that point, I am interested. Now you're saying you're interested, and I think a lot of men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They'll let you think you it. I went through that. And then listen, I am turning flips for a nigga. Like, oh my God, he is the amazing Mumphy. Shit. Oh. You remember the amazing Mumphy?
No.
Listen, that's a Sesame Street character.
You can tell me later.
And just boom. He been in a relationship the whole goddamn time.
And you didn't know.
Did not.
That's so fucked up.
Did not.
That's why people bust windows out of houses.
I'm not busting shit. I'm
just saying. But if you were a different type of person,
yeah.
you took that
your
chance.
Shit is blowed
you
up.
took that chance.
Your shit is blowed up. If I was that bitch,
right?
Oh no, I'm not busting your windows. I'm not putting sugar in your tank and all that. I need to see an explosion.
Right.
I'm not finna go the punk way out. Because if I'm gonna go to jail, if you report me, I'm not finna go to jail for putting sugar in your tank.
All right.
I'm going to jail for real. I'm going to jail. I'm going to adult jail. I done blew some shit up. But I don't have that time or that energy. It's that's why I don't understand females who do that.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, I'm finna bust this nigga windows out of his car and I'm finna do this and I'm finna bye. Go.
Okay.
Do you.
So, big sis, I want to take a swerve over.
Swerve.
And we're going to take... do you mind if we take Hef's topic?
Let's go.
Because I am so interested.
You want to know mine?
I want to know little girl Kim.
Why did you give us the Count Dracula off Sesame Street's laugh? Five. Number 3.
My best friend laughs just like the Count. Shout out to DJ Box. Laughs just like the Count. I'd be like, if you don't get that shit out of here.
That is hilarious.
So what you want to know my funniest childhood moment?
Yes.
I have a lot of funny childhood moments, but let me tell y'all, this for me is like this is at the pinnacle of funny for me. So I had to be about 10, somewhere between 10 and 12, because I left Chicago at 12, and I did a lot of skipping school. I did a lot of skipping school, and this particular day, one of my really good friends who lived directly across the street from me, we were all gonna skip school. It's like 4 or 5 of us. We gonna skip school, and at the last minute, she decided she's gonna go to school. She was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna go to school. And it was a 2-family flat. The apartment above us, our friends lived there, and their mother used to work. But on this particular day, she decided she gonna stay home. So we over at my girlfriend, and if any of you guys are watching, because they're still alive, Donna and
She said they're still alive.
and Tanya, y'all should remember this story. We get we get over there, and she says, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to school. We like, oh, you being a punk, yeah. She said, listen, I'm gonna lock up. She said, Gloria's upstairs. May she rest in peace. Gloria's upstairs, so y'all can't be making a bunch of noise or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get me busted because y'all ain't supposed to be here. We like, okay, man. So it was me, my sister Tanya, and my homegirl Diane. We stay. So at some point, we doing our thing or whatever. Flashlight. Yeah, how long ago that was? Flashlight came on the
George
radio.
Clinton.
Flashlight.
Boom, 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 boom.
Red light. Neon light.
Boom, boom,
Ooh,
boom. Yeah.
stop light.
We know what you...
That was 79. My mama went to the concert while she was pregnant with me.
Dog.
So you was like 12 or 13, right? Because that's
I
how
had to
many
be
years
12.
we
So
the math makes sense.
the song comes on.
79.
And Diane goes and turns the damn radio up. She they're getting her life. She doing the spanking shit.
The spank.
We like this. We ain't supposed to be here. You gonna turn the radio up? So Gloria upstairs hears the music. You hear the front door. You hear come down the stairs. We like, ooh shit. Yeah. So we hear she can't get in. She said, I'm calling the police. If you in there, I'm calling the police. We like, oh shit. Now we can't come out because we like she gonna be watching the windows and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we like, what we gonna do? Be still. Be quiet. So we all sitting around next thing you know, probably about 30 minutes later. Chicago PD. Chicago PD. We know you in there. If you in there, come out. We hear Gloria say, I got the keys, because it's I almost want to say like a co-op for them. She lets the police in We hear the kids. We running. Where we gonna hide? What we gonna do? Me and Diane hide under the bed. Tanya, who at that time was heavier set, hid in the closet under a bunch of clothes. The police come in. You hear them? They looking, they shuffling. She like, and you can hear Gloria. She like, I know somebody in this motherfucker because I heard the music when the music went up. Oh shit, we under the bed. We under the bed. Tanya in the closet. Next thing you know, they go in the closet. We like, oh shit. Come out, come out, come out. Tanya come out the closet. She come out the closet. They like, you the only one in here. Now I have to think that Tanya had the dumbest look on her motherfucking face. Cause she didn't snitch verbally.
But she snitched.
I don't know if she snitched. We never even talked about it to this day. And so next thing you know, they asking a question. You can hear them out in the hallway and everything. And so the officer say, "We know you in here. Come out from under this bed." Okay. So they like, if you don't come out, we're gonna come under there. We're gonna get you. Diane say, "Fuck that," and slid off from under the bed. Here's where it gets funny. My ass. Nope. I am not coming out from up under this bed. Not gonna happen. Diane say,
Damn.
it ain't just me. I'm under the bed like, when I get out of here, I'm gonna kill this bitch. The police say, we know you under there. We know you under there. So they move the bed. I move with the bed. They move the bed again. I move with the bed. You're not finna get me. Let me tell y'all why though. Because my mother, at the time, unfortunately, God rest her soul, was a drug addict. And I was more scared of her than I was the police. And I feel like if y'all catch me, y'all gonna tell my mama, and my mama gonna kill me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I was more scared of that. And so I promise you, they moved this bed left to right 4 times, and I rolled with that shit. I rolled with that. You not finna give me. And then the officer stuck the gun up on the bed.
Oh no!
I was like, all right, hold on, here I come.
That would have been my fear. That's probably what I like. You don't think they're gonna shoot up? I mean, oh my god,
dog. I was like, okay, I guess my mama just gonna kill me. But my mama never found out.
Right.
So thank you.
Right.
You know, but that was, as a grown up now, that to me is the funniest shit. They know I'm under there. She done told on me. And I'm still moving with the bed like I'm not under there. Who does that? You know? So, how about you, lady?
I'm going back and forth between 2 stories, but I'm gonna leave.
What's the question? What kind of stories are we
Your
coming?
funniest childhood memory.
I think my funniest childhood memories. Okay, so my grandmother's name is Dorothy. So because of Dorothy,
you did not go to Oz, did you?
Wizard of Oz is like our favorite movie in the household. You know, it came on like the same time every year. It'll be like, before Thanksgiving or something like that, holiday weekend or something like that. Maybe that Friday after Thanksgiving or whatever. Okay. So I'm in my grandmother's room. We had like a colonial house. I'm in my grandmother's room and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. I am going to walk downstairs with my eyes closed. I'm like 13 or 14. I'm going to walk downstairs with my eyes closed. I'm going to go to the freezer and I'm going to pick out what kind of pot pie I want. Because my grandma kept all the pot pies, chicken, beef, pork, chicken, you know, I mean, turkey, you know what I mean? So I couldn't decide because I know we got options. I walk all the way downstairs with my eyes closed like a blind woman because I want to play blind woman.
Play this game, yeah.
I run right into the wall between the dining room and my living room.
Your ass ran between the washer and the dryer.
I crack my tooth Like to this day, I don't know if everybody know, but these 3 are not mine. They're permanent fixtures. For my 40th birthday, I had it redone for myself.
Wow.
But at 14, I cracked my front tooth.
Oh, you ran
in half.
the fuck into
And
the
I don't know if anybody ever felt what a nerve of a tooth feel like when the cold hit it. You might as well kill me now. I'm cussing like a motherfucker in front of my grandma. Like, God damn, this shit. My cousin like, you better stop all that cuss. Like, fuck y'all. Fuck everybody. Like,
You know, there was some things that I would let my kids, like if it called for cussing, I let them cuss. Like if they was outside, they was in a fight or something, and the kid is over there like, you bitch ass nigga, I let my kids cuss. I mean, get it out. Get it out. You can't do it in here, but get it out. You know. And I learned that my kids could cuss way.
well, that day, I realized why I cuss now. But my mom, you know, she was at her boyfriend's house. Like it's several calls. This was like the first time I had to call her at like 10:30 at night to tell her some dumb shit. This wouldn't be the last time.
Oh wow.
But this would be the first time. And that tooth cost $1,100. And my mom made a deal with her brother to get that shit done the next
She made
day.
a deal with the devil.
The next day.
It was an emergency dentist out at Northland. And she got me to the emergency dentist and they was able to fix my shit the next day. Shout out to my mom. That's why I'm a great mom, because that shit right there, and she ain't hurt me. But when she heard the story, I was walking through the house with my eyes closed. Like you and my cousin over there, like, I don't just understand why she couldn't just go to the freezer, then close her eyes and pick out what kind of banquet Popeye she like. Shut the fuck up, Sean.
Because I'm a child and I want to play this game.
But she 15, like, you know, she like, it would have just made sense. Why would you walk all the way from upstairs?
Because as a child, that's a game. I used to do it all the time. Like,
Blind person.
Blind,
I don't Stevie
yeah.
Wonder today.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
King
Like,
did that
why
shit the
not?
other day. I'm like, you better open them eyes.
For you.
Because I ain't my mama.
Because you ain't got 11.
You ain't going to get no tooth tomorrow. Not
His
tomorrow.
His shit is just half of that shit.
I don't have no brother to call to help
Oh
me.
my God. So listen, our last topic, I really want to, I really want to discuss this. Traditional wedding or commitment ceremony.
My question to you is, in a commitment ceremony, are you married? Or is it the type of ceremony, or is it the paperwork? I mean, you know, like,
So it's a little bit of both. As they say, half a dozen in one hand, 6 in one hand, and half a dozen in the other. Same thing.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side of that coin, right? We know motherfuckers and had the marriage ceremony and wasn't fucking married.
right.
Technically,
I just had 2 friends find out they never got divorced.
I know a chick. Now, I
They
didn't
back
know
together.
this.
Ooh,
Was possible. About this.
I would be destroyed.
I know a chick. This is like this month recently. Like, told me that the dude that she thought she was married to, she isn't, because he didn't go downtown to do finalize the paperwork or some shit.
They didn't go together. She expected him to go by himself and fill out five.
But you do. You can.
I mean,
But
you
when
want to
they-
have a husband that's that responsible.
So the
But
thing
like you go
is,
through
one
you
person.
go through the fucking wedding and all of that shit, and then find out just like, you know, oh well, I'm gonna divorce you and shit. Well, bitch, we ain't even married for real anyway. Like, goddamn.
So let me tell you.
Did he
you
do it
are-
on purpose?
that was the conversation. You think he did it on purpose? And I'm kind of thinking to myself like, damn, that's possible. Like, how the fuck did you
It
even
is
allow
possible.
that shit to go?
So let me tell you what happens is that after your ceremony, after you get married, and unfortunately I know this because I've been
You did
married.
it.
A few times.
Oh God. So you get married, I do, and all that bullshit, and then you go into the officiant's office or whatever, go to the side, and you guys sign, and your
Right.
witness signs.
Right.
The place you got married gets a copy. The officiant gets a copy. They have to sign it and do whatever. But you have to either take it to or mail it to the state.
To make it official.
So if it never gets mailed, it's
Never
So
official.
you have to get a marriage license, then to do the ceremony, and then have it witnessed. Because
Yes.
I've taken pictures.
Yes.
And then it has to be certified
Yes.
once you send it off. And okay.
Then it is recognized by the state.
So they did all of that shit and he just didn't send it off.
He didn't send it off.
So now it's like, you know, if things slip, break, come untied, and then it's like she wants to initiate a divorce, or like, you know what I mean, if it comes to the point where it's like, if it's no prenup and it's like, okay, now I'll get to split half of your shit, it's like, oh bitch, joke's on you and shit.
Right.
We ain't even married for real.
He like muhaha.
Right,
I didn't
right.
even do it.
Damn.
Yeah.
They can go like that. So the traditional wedding or the traditional marriage
Is that
consists
such?
of that.
Right.
A commitment ceremony. I have said, if a brother be like, listen, will you marry me? No, I will not. I will commit to you. But that whole marriage thing, to me, is overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good on it. Because I feel like there are couples out here who have lasted forever. And they've never walked down that aisle and signed that paper.
But you can walk down the aisle and not sign the
And
paper.
not sign the paper.
Okay.
And still do the same thing.
Had the same life with that
Same
person.
life with that person. I think that when you do the whole traditional marriage thing, that's when the perspective changes. You know what I mean? Like, oh, bitch, you on paper now. Now you got to be this. Now you got to do that. You know, first of all, for me, and I've talked about this on the show before, God called Adam her husband and called her his wife. Where was the wedding?
And who filed the paperwork?
In what state?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who even biblically, you know, they want to attribute marriage to being biblical. Those vows that everybody's saying ain't even in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're not there. It does not tell a woman that she has to obey a man. It tells the woman to submit to her husband and tells the man to submit to his wife. So at what point do I have to do all of this and tell the state what it is that I'm doing? Why? Either you're committed to me or not.
Right.
You know, people want to say, well, you don't reap the same benefits if you was married. You do know that it don't matter who you are. You still can be written down as a beneficiary on life insurance.
Right.
People leave their life insurances to their cat.
They gotta be
It don't have to be your
married
spouse. It
Right.
does not. You can leave your money to whoever you want to leave it to. I'm gonna leave this $50 million to this pole right here,
Right.
and ain't nothing nobody can do about it.
Like, well, where
You
does the
feel
money
me?
go? To the pole.
You see what I'm saying? Also, insurance. A lot of people be like, oh, well, you know, this the insurance, they got a good job. And did you marry me for my insurance?
Apparently,
Why
some
you
people
so
do.
worried about
Some
it? You
people
get
do.
your own goddamn
know,
insurance.
I'm gonna dumb that down just a tad. I have a situation with a friend of mine, and we have always been very compatible, but the way we've lived our lives have never really meshed. You know what I mean? Because we're 9 years apart. So like when he was doing the family kid thing, like he's at grandpa age. I have a kid and he don't want a kid. It's always something, you know. But I was like, you know, we had a really good time one day, and then we had a really good time the second day. And I was like, you know, why don't we try a relationship for 30 days? And he's like, no, that don't make no sense. And I'm like, that makes all the sense in the world. Because we've known each other for 20 something years. So us is not new. But if we try to really do it for 30 days, we would know if this is something we could do. And if it's something we can't do, then let's still be friends, because we've been friends for 20 years. But if we give it an honest go at it, and you want to be with somebody and I want to be with somebody, let's try it. And it sounds so obscene to him. Like a commitment. Like, that's what, like, a commitment ceremony. It just sounds obscene to people. Even though it makes all the sense in the world.
But in states where...
Because it's not
in
traditional.
States,
It's not traditional.
right, but the Bible say you err because of your traditions. That's where we messing up, trying to be so traditional. I'm very untraditional. And I'm
What
at
did I
the
say?
point in my life that
Tradition
I'm
is
not
what?
doing it. No.
I said, what do I do? Y'all remember what I said? My little quote for tradition. Tradition
did you
is
say?
peer pressure from dead people.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why should I continue on? Like, why am I doing
Absolutely.
this? Especially from people who wanted me to be better and bigger than them, right?
Right.
How
Yeah.
can I do that when I continue on doing the same thing that you did?
We was talking about food.
And it's like,
nasty ass
it's
turkey.
like, why can't we do the commitment thing? We're living together. We're doing the same shit that a married, on paper, couple is doing. Everything.
Now
don't have
answer
that
this.
obligation
We
as
just
people.
do not have that
Can
piece of
you
paper.
uphold those titles? Is it okay for you to be like, this is my husband and this is my wife? Because people tend
If you
say
choose to.
they
That's
never
just
got
an
married.
agreement. That's all.
I mean, but what do you call that person?
So
I
let
mean,
me tell you this.
like, because people like to say my husband.
But let me tell you this. I know people who are just boyfriend, girlfriend call each other husband. That's my wife. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what you guys want to call each other. But you look at it like this. If we can do this now, why do we even need the paperwork? Here's the thing that people don't know. Just like your friend. They did all of that. Everybody in that congregation don't even know that they not married.
Because they were there and they seen it. They were witnesses.
You see what I'm saying? This is me committing
So
myself
what does
to
it?
you.
So what does it really matter?
What does
if
it really matter if it's official or not? Official for
It's
me
right.
is me being committed to you. You being committed to me. You know what I mean? So I don't have to have the state or the government tell me this is how you supposed to be. This is how you
You know
supposed
what's
to act.
crazy? When I was younger, I used to have a older woman that I really looked up to, and I think she was in her 40s. I was in my 20s, and she was with a man. She called her husband, and they had kids in the house and this, that, and the other. And I think they were together for like 8 years. And when she would be like, this is my husband, I was like, oh, really? But one day she told me, she was like, you know, me and him ain't really married. And for me, that kind
She
of...
pulled the okie doke that the old girl
No,
did.
well,
did-
she was just
didn't
saying
send the
like,
paperwork
no,
in.
she was just saying like, even though she says it all the time, that they wasn't actually married. She was just telling me what I didn't know. I thought they were husband and
And
wife.
all that time you
Yeah,
thought they
they were
was husband and wife.
But when they broke up, I was kind of like, well, it really don't matter because that wasn't her husband anyway. Now, at the end of the day, it don't give two fucks to me anyway.
Right.
It really doesn't. But I had that thought go through my mind. And then I thought to myself, like, well, damn, at least when they got rid of each other or broke up, then it was probably easier than a divorce.
It is easier.
You know, and then it was out my mind again. And whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even
It's
know
a
where
lot
either of
easier.
them are now. like 20 years later, I just
So
remember.
now thinking about the differences between traditional marriage and commitment, which would you do?
I have my infamous ex that I talk about all the time that I met when I was 19. If we ever decided to be together, I could honestly commit to him and I would know that him and I are committed for the rest of our lives without getting married.
Yeah.
And I trust him that much.
Yeah.
For someone else that I may meet and that future came, I feel like I will only trust him enough to be my husband. You know, and I know that sounds crazy, but we wouldn't have that same kind
A lot of stuff you say sounds crazy.
Okay, well, that's good. There's a lot of crazy motherfuckers who understand what I'm saying. But it seems like with somebody I may have just met 3 years and we decide to get married, I would want to be married. Like, I need that paper. But there's one person in
And
my
that's
life
exactly
as
why
I
some people get
stand.
married is because they need that paper.
They need that
In the
paper.
event that something happened wrong, I'm trying to get something out of you.
That's what I'm
all
saying.
it is
All of that same stuff you can still do,
Right, and I get
in
that.
a commitment.
I get that. But it's just not what we're used to at this point. Now, it sounds like a great idea that maybe another generation will be able to take
It's
heed
gonna
to.
be mine because
And if you do it, your grandchildren would see it and be like, that's dope. I want to go that route. And that's how it expands.
yeah, because I have seen couples. I know couples right now that have never gotten married. They live together.
Been
He
together 15
loves
years.
her. Dog, 15. I know one is right now that's been together 32. Never been married.
Did they have
and they
a
call
ceremony?
each other. Yep. And they call each other. They didn't have a commitment ceremony until probably about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And I didn't think nothing of it then. Like, yeah, okay. I thought because they had been together so long by that time
They were already.
that they were renewing their vows.
Right.
I thought they had been married the whole time. And they did this. And so recently, when the last 2 years talking with the guy who's a really good friend of mine, he said, listen, I don't need that from her. A lot of times when people get married, it's with the intention to change that other person. It's not a real commitment.
They want papers like a
I am
pet.
committing. So for
Right.
me, because I have no representative, I need you to commit to who you met, who you fell in love with. You know what I mean? Who we built each other. We built each other up. We built each other together. We did all of this. Why do we require a higher authority to govern how we live our lives?
It's just a matter of
Or who gets the money if one of us passes?
Right.
It honestly shouldn't matter because, like I said, I can leave this money to this motherfucking pole.
It's just a matter of how your mind is.
Yeah.
And what your expectations are. I would much rather have a life partner than a husband. Where I am, like I and the fucked up part about it is in my life, I feel like I always have to go back a decade or so because I feel like if I actually had somebody that was committed to me, it would be somebody who knows me. They know Keisha. They don't just know Lake. They know me, the one that ran into the wall and the motherfucking, you know what I mean? They know all this because a new person only really knows Lake. And that's when the paperwork come in. But I would love to just have somebody to be my person. Period.
Okay.
I don't have to worry about nothing when it comes to us, but you being there for me and me being there for you.
And you know what that's called?
A commitment.
Exactly.
But I don't
And
have those
that is
options.
why.
Marriage seems more likely than a fucking commitment.
And that is why. I think honestly, for you, commitment would be easier than marriage.
And that ends our show.
Seriously. I mean, that's just my observation because marriage takes so much, to me, this, like I said, this is just my opinion. Marriage takes so much. It's like a expectation. I'm finna marry this person. You know what I mean? And for me, it just seems like when you say the word marriage, there's some other shit that comes with it. If I say commitment, it sounds like we down for it.
Right.
Like what I fell in love with, you know, I know you in the streets, 17 hours out to 24. Hey. But that's the person that I fell in love with. You know what I mean? No other representation. This is wide open. This is who you are. This is who we are. You know what I mean? So now, instead of when we're married and it don't work out, we got to spend money to leave each other alone.
Right.
when we're committed to each other, if we choose not to be together,
Just like we decided to be together.
we walk away. And I think that in a commitment relationship, that walk away, you're more likely to remain friendly than in a marriage, because divorces can be ugly.
Very.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, she gonna take you for half. Commitment, unless this is what we put down, it is what it is. You know, you ain't got to worry about all of that. You ain't got to worry about all the paperwork or as much paperwork or whatever. You know, so
I often dreamt to be with someone who had a place, and I kept my place, and we kind of like bounced between places. You know, and sometimes if we needed to, and it was more convenient for you to
space.
be home,
and I think
you know,
people in a
especially because you
commitment
work,
relationship can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But in a marriage, you're expected to live under the same roof.
Right.
Commitment is just that. Commitment. I'm committed to you.
Right.
I can be committed to a man and that man lives somewhere else. I've done it. You know, I can be committed to a man and that man has to be away for some time. I've been committed in those. So
The King say that's a relationship.
that's a relationship.
A committed relationship.
But it's a committed relationship. I just feel like when you say the word marriage, it comes
changes.
with a different type of expectation.
It does.
Yeah, that's what I think. So, we are at the close of our show. I hate it.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my
Shenanigan friends.
I couldn't
Big
say
Mama let us know if we're doing the
SheNanigans. Okay.
it. Yes, big I'm about to see it.
GAN. I got to.
Shenanigators. Shenaniganators.
We're going to make up a song.
Big Mama let us know if we're
Shenanigators.
doing a Mother's Day special, so you guys stay tuned.
Ooh,
Yes.
Mother's Day is on a Sunday, isn't it?
It's next Sunday.
And it's next Sunday.
So you guys, stay tuned.
Yeah,
gonna
stay
do.
tuned.
Because if she bring all her kids, I won't be here. It ain't gonna be enough seats.
What in the mother goose? This motherfucker. No, if I
love
bring
you.
just my children, it will be
One
you'd have a
seat.
seat. So yeah, there you have it.
There you have it.
Ah. But thank y'all so much for watching. D King, Erica Greason, listen, you be on point.
hilarious.
Going on the 13 years, she said that's my wife. That's it, that's all. Love that. T-Boz, listen, we love you so much. You gotta either come on the show remotely, you know, and say something. I know you got an opinion. We talked about D King. D King, I wish you'd have been here tonight to put your 2 cents in.
Absolutely.
That would have been amazing. We love that. Who else? Eric E, if you're still watching, love you. I hate the fact that your weather is warmer than mine right now. 70 something degrees. He's in Texas. All right. So, y'all keep in mind that we've got the traffic jam coming up.
Yep, on the 20th. Make sure you go to 7mileradio.com/traffic jam 2, right, and purchase your merchandise. Or you can go to 7mileradio.com/the Shenanigans show. And if you donate, if you hit that red button to sign up to donate to the show, those people will also get invited. Everybody that's a VIP listener, everybody who's donating to the show is also getting invited to the traffic jam. So, yeah.
That's going to be
This
so
month.
much fun.
That's gonna be fun.
So much fun.
Like, that's my thing is like I'm really looking forward to seeing all of the shows there. This is like a company meeting for me.
Yeah.
Like whoever else comes is, out of the listeners, that's cool. But I really want to see all the people from the shows and, taking pictures for the website. It's going to be a company meeting. It's a company party is basically what it is.
Exactly.
So
With all our guests, outside guests, and listeners. So that would be
we're
awesome.
inviting you all to our company party.
Please
this
come. We want to. I would love to meet Erica. Erica, you got to show up.
Hey, man, Erica has a 1 of 1 7 Mile Radio jacket. Well, actually, 1 of 2 because her and her wife both have one.
Okay.
They're the only 2 that got them. So,
Really?
Yeah, y'all better bring y'all asses.
Bring your asses and
Because
your
we're
jackets.
doing a photo shoot for the website, Woman's.
Definitely.
So you ain't come to, did she come to the, no, I don't think she came to the one last year. But yeah, you got to come to the one because we're about to do a photo shoot with the news van,
Yes,
man.
we about to do
and
a photo
the jackets
shoot.
match the news van. So what you...
Ooh, it's going to be some sexy shit going on. I'm thinking I should wear
Oh my God.
a mini skirt.
And they got them jackets
showing
last year. They
Really?
been had them jackets.
Oh my god.
I posted a picture of them. She like, I want one. I'm like, shit, I gotta make it available. All right, man. They bought them, and that was it.
That's awesome.
Look, she
and
said,
so
I'm
y'all
coming with
know
my jacket. You better
I'm
come
coming
with
with my
jacket.
jacket. Yes.
Mark.
Thank you, D King. D King said great show. D King, you gotta be there. You gotta come represent for the short and sexy. How about that? How about that? It's a listen.
Don't give Lake no ideas.
It-
Look at her. Shit. Here comes the little tongue
She
coming
got
out.
the tongue about to
Anybody
leap
knew.
out.
She like the nigga at the plant, right? Anytime a new chick come in and shit, I mean, I don't
Yo,
care if it's a nigga,
what's
if it's
up?
a woman, if it's
What's
a dog,
up?
it's a cat.
What's
the
up?
tongue come out.
What's up? What's up? Yo,
The tongue is coming out.
the tongue is coming
Oh
out.
my God. She gonna show the tongue she gonna take a picture with you at the at the meet and greet with her tongue out.
For $2.
For $2.
Not $2. Damn.
Yes, and we gonna have a blast. We definitely are. The shows that are on 7 Mile Radio are amazing. So if you're not watching one, watch one.
Right.
Preferably mine.
Oh, definitely
Please. Ours. Okay, please. But it's an amazing time that we're gonna have. We're gonna have all kind of things, gifts, prizes,
Oh, yeah.
shows, entertainment, 360 booths. What else we having? Food.
Yeah, food. We have vendors giving away the award for the best show.
Hey, let's talk.
You know what I might do? I thought about it. I might
Vote.
bring this back. What I wasn't able to do at the last traffic jam because of the whole, I just wasn't in the mood for. Remember, I said I was going to do a Mark D roast. Remember, and I was going to let my on air people roast me and shit in front of the. That's what I was going to do, and I didn't get to do it last year because.
Wait a
of all
minute.
this
You
shit.
see, my dimples are coming out.
I don't even have dimples, and I
I'm
think
like-
I got one. We're smiling.
As you talking, I got a roast.
And I'm thinking like, damn.
Can I go first?
No, you can't.
Okay, I'll go last.
You better let her go first.
I will
and get
close
shit
the
out way.
motherfucking show. Just let your soul go.
See, you better let her go first.
Man, get your ass
And
off.
get
of
it
here.
out the
Yeah.
way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Mark, the only person I know that leave Jerry curl juice on the back of his chair.
Thank you for coming out.
Still.
God bless you. Good night.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile